My name is Nigel Darwent. I work with Neil and Massey Energy for 36 years and left as the CEO of the energy division and chairman of some of their companies. Bought into Survival Systems in 2002, I think it was, on retirement from Neil and Massey. Survival Systems is in the business of safety, but not the end of safety that is traditionally understood. We don't sell safety equipment. We don't sell hard hats and boots and that sort of stuff, unless requested by the customer to do so. We are really in the business of ensuring that people who operate plants and rigs and ships and refineries and commercial buildings and so on comply with international standards when it comes to the installation, maintenance, and use of their firefighting equipment. So people traditionally think of safety companies as companies who sell safety equipment. We do sell safety equipment, but tend to focus on those that have after-sales service implications because we are a service company. But the core service that we provide is the auditing and compliance certification of various operating customers. That is the key of what we are. Our business revolves around our workshop where we are seated right now. It's the area that we have the greatest amount of capital investment. It's highly skilled, and it's an area where we can differentiate ourselves from our customers because a number of our competitors have evolved into the service business by force because they sell equipment that they have to service and support. We are a service company that develops around that core competency. Our work outside our compliance work is handled by a number of technicians and what we call inspectors. We are certified by a number of international agencies for the work we do here in the shop, such as the Department of Transport from the United States. We are also certified to board marine vessels, ships, and certify those vessels' compliance with their flag or with an international standard. American Bureau of Shipping is coming in here 2 days from now for the purposes of auditing us to renew our license. We just passed our audit with DNV, that Norsk Veritas, two of the leading classing agencies in the world. So the guys on the outside generally are the people that earn revenue from their expertise and also bring business into the shop. They feed our core business, our core shop business with work because quite often non-compliances are found on the customer's site and they have to be dealt with quickly and with proper expertise. We are approved and certified by Lloyd's Registry, so the work that's done in the shop is equal in terms of international ratings and certifications as the quality of the people that go outside. Our main customers are the marine business, which is ships, international vessels that come here. Some of them do so on a rotational basis. Others come here, they visit once and then they're gone. Rigs, the big drilling rigs that work offshore, generally are classed by the American Bureau of Shipping, and we are licensed or certified by ABS to do inspection of the firefighting and safety equipment on board. So we spend a lot of time on rigs. The offshore platforms, of course, are an obvious extension to that. Commercial buildings, factories, and processing plants on land. That's probably about 90% of our business when you combine all of those together. Competition, we have a number of institutional competitors who we both work for as a service provider as well as compete with on various parts of our business. So it's a very close industry that we have here in Trinidad, like most other industries of this sort in small islands. We are heavily influenced to a great degree by the national economy, the state of the national economy, because when people buy less ships come in, so we have less to inspect. when the oil industry dives, quite often the rig count goes down. So the amount of rigs here drilling offshore and so on also go down, removing part of our business. So it requires not only do we stay in tune with the local industry, but we have to keep our eye and our fingers on the vagaries of what's happening overseas to the main economic drivers such as energy. Well, we are audited regularly by the American Bureau of Shipping, and we receive a certificate also from DNV, the Department of Transport, and Lloyd's. So those are regular business certifications. We also just recently qualified for STOW, the Safe to Work program of the Energy Chamber of South, and did very well. We earned 99%, which means to say that we have a maximum 2-year certification. That was a big celebration for us. And then, most recently of all, we were nominated as a hidden champion, and actually went to South Korea as part of the development of that program, something that we're very proud of and intend to pursue and extract some good benefit from, and hopefully pay back to the program. Earning in US dollars is very, very important to us, right? We are not product-oriented, we are service-oriented. So the concept of exporting product in exchange for US dollars is not part of our business, but we do export services. We have worked in Colombia. We're in the process of gearing up to go and work in Venezuela. We've worked in Guyana. We've worked in Barbados. We have worked in Suriname, all on service-related business on board international ships and vessels and drilling rigs. In the case of Barbados, a small tourist-oriented submarine that takes people down to see the reef and so on. But it is important to us because, to a growing degree, the cost of doing business is decremented in US dollars.
My name is Darwent. I am the Business and Sales Development Manager at Survival Systems. The future plans for our company, of course, if we had to give one tagline, we would really strive to be the #1 service provider in our market here in Trinidad and the wider Caribbean. We pride ourselves, our tagline is service by standards, and we always pride ourselves on doing everything we do must be able to be tied to a standard. If we condemn a customer's piece of equipment, or if we approve the customer's piece of equipment, we must be able to say that we've used the guidelines of a recognizable standard. So we use, as had been mentioned earlier, the American Bureau of Shipping, the Det Nos Veritas, Lloyd's, DOT. We do a lot of work with the NFPA, with the Compressed Gas Association of America, and different bodies of that type that write standards which allow us to certify equipment with confidence. If we had to look at the future, as I say, certainly to be #1 in Trinidad, and also, of course, we'd like to expand into some of the nearby regions. We have done work in the past overseas, Colombia, Venezuela, Suriname, Guyana, Barbados, and we feel that we can expand that. We, in fact, are in discussions with people in Guyana and Suriname to establish sub-distributorships down there, possibly even a permanent presence down there with a service shop of some sort. We also are expanding our marine business, which technically is an export, because most of the time when we work on ships, we are hired by the ship's owner or the ship management company. We do business with companies in Greece, Singapore, London, Germany, Miami, different places like that. So it is technically export business. And in light of that, again, we are trying to establish a service shop in a bonded area, which will allow us to reduce our cost to the ships and our turnaround times, hopefully getting us more business. Of course, people don't realize it in Trinidad, but thousands of ships sail past our north coast. And if we can find ways to attract them in, then we get to do business, people get to sell them other services, fuel, mechanical repairs, etc. So it could be good business not only for us, but for the country. And then we also pride ourselves in training our people. So we've brought manufacturers reps down from Scott Safety, Kitty, BW Technologies, Drew Marine, so that we certify our people. So as, again, our time goes on and our business gets bigger, we will, of course, certify more nationals of Trinidad and Tobago to increase our brain pool. We are, I would say, probably still in the realms of a small business. However, we are sort of at that crossroads where we are on the verge of making the leap. Being a family business has benefits as well as it complicates things a little bit. Sometimes when it comes to decision making and trying not to offend each other in the family sphere. Hopefully the hidden champions can give us some guidelines and help us. I think that we all, the three of us, are common in what we want. We all may have our own reservations about certain things. Maybe the hidden champions can help us and say, listen, guys, you really don't need to fear what you're thinking of. Here are some ways to overcome it. Here are some other examples of hidden champions from other parts of the world that have been in the exact same position. Here's what they did, and move us. So that, maybe 3 to 5 years from now, we'll be medium to large instead of small to medium.
My name is Bruce Darwent, and I am the Projects and Engineering Manager here at Survival Systems. The experience of being a hidden champion, I have to say, has been a bit of a flattering one. First of all, when we first found out that we were going to be part of this program, I don't think any of us expected to reach as far as we did. So it was a great achievement for us, and we really felt good about being selected as a hidden champion nominee. We really look forward to working with the IIC and with the Korean Exim Bank as a hidden champion nominee. As was said before, we see a lot of areas that they can assist us with, partly too in developing our management systems here, which are very important for any company going forward, especially when I look at the areas that we are entering into and some of the companies that we are dealing with, and issues of quality management and project management and all that, which is a big part of the future for Survival Systems. So, we see it as an exciting opportunity for us to get assistance in those areas amongst others. Going to Korea as a hidden champion nominee was very exciting. For any of us here, it was the first time that we were going to be crossing the Pacific and going to the Far East. It's a totally different culture that I had very little idea of what I was going to be exposed to. Getting across there, though, what I found was that it was a country that obviously is very technologically advanced. It's very easy to get around. The people were very friendly and helpful. And then getting to the conference and having a chance to meet people from other areas of Latin America was great. It then, kind of sunk in how big this thing is. And, being there as part of the conference as well in terms of receiving the award, again, it was very flattering to see the effort that was put out by both the IIC and the Korean government to accommodate us and make us part of the conference and take care of us and, make sure that we had a good time there and learned a lot. So, it was very good. We did meet a company over there that does marine firefighting equipment. It was very interesting, and things have seemed pretty good at the onset. It's now up to us to really keep the communication going and make sure that we get some sort of benefit from it. Apart from that, I would say, just even meeting the other two guys who were across there from Trinidad. I've known Jason a long time, but, I just met Brevard. But both Jason and Brevard had very good perspectives on business in Trinidad, and networking. And, those guys had a good perspective on things that I think, just meeting them and getting to talk with them about doing business in Trinidad and being young businessmen was good, So hopefully we'll keep that relationship going, and we'll be able to benefit from each other. One of the growth areas for Survival Systems Limited is in the sort of projects and engineering side of things. So dealing with companies such as BG, BP, the multinational oil and gas companies, where really and truly their demands from a contractor such as ourselves really are a lot higher than what we've been accustomed to, in terms of project management, quality management, training, competency, all that. They want to be sure that they have people that are doing their work that are competent, knowledgeable, and know what they're doing. That they have systems in place to be sure that what they say they're going to do, they do, both in terms of completing jobs and making sure the jobs are completed to meet whatever requirement is there or whatever standard needs to be met. And I believe that being a hidden champion and the technical assistance that can be given to us will help us greatly in those areas, and we'll be able to get the systems in place so that we can be seen as a premier contractor to the oil and gas industry, right? That would put us on par with a lot of the contractors that they are using now, or even better than a lot of those contractors. Definitely. I don't know what the future of the project is going to be. As I say, we did not apply, we were nominated. I would suggest if it did become where companies can apply to be part of the Hidden Champion competition, I would definitely recommend it. It's a good experience. It appears to us, we haven't really gotten down to the nitty-gritty of the program, but from what we understand of the program and what is going to be offered to us, I think it'll be a benefit to any small and medium enterprise.